Ladies and gentlemen, I now have acquired proof that the FBI's official story is false, whether knowingly or unknowingly. We're going to have an entire monologue and talk about a lot of these things after I show you this, but if you take nothing else away from this video, you need to see this.
And in that video, you can see the same, what appears to be the bullet coming down, and it does line up with the actual gunshot itself. So you're not coming gang violence. Great.
So this video was created by a friend of mine who is a Marine. You'll see him here at the end. This is the angle he is showing the shot coming from, showing where Charlie was sitting, and the angle of the shot, which will correspond with this video here, which unfortunately we will blur out Charlie's face, but we will show what is necessary to prove that this was an entry and exit wound. So you'll see him circle the highlighted area right there, and you'll see the exit wound corresponding after, split second after, as it would.
So you see this right there? That's a blood splatter, according to this video. That's the blood splatter right there. It's very hard to see, but it's there. So that would be the entry wound and the blood splattering out that way.
From an entry and exit wound. So in this footage, you can clearly see that Charlie is shot from his back right, and there's blood splatter coming out of the entry wound immediately after a shot. The first arc is kind of down, as if it's just gushing out from the entry wound. And then the second shot corresponds with when his head kind of snaps forward, that fluid then flips up in relation to that motion. So you can see there's that second splatter flipping up into the air. This is something that I hadn't seen to this date. I saw this for the first time late in the evening yesterday, and I decided that this needed to be put out immediately because no one that I know of is talking.
So you can see it, right? You can see it, Misha?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can see it. You can see it, Kurt?
Yeah, well, it has to be coming in as a bullet and not an exit wound because his miracle neck supposedly had the bullet in it.
Yes, I know.
His neck is a miracle. So obviously that's what it is.
About this. So big shout out to my friend who actually found this and created this video. You'll see him here in just a moment. But let's just one more time look at this shot. You see bullet comes in that circled area. You have the blood splatter go down, then up. And then immediately after, you see the exit right here with the skin being pierced. And then the exit wound emerges. And again, that is not a far distance for a bullet to travel, whatever the caliber is, whether it be 5.56, 308, 30-06. It's not even a debate at this point. It doesn't matter what caliber killed him. What matters is that the official narrative is not true. Again, whether the FBI knows or not that they're lying. But this is 100% conclusive evidence that Charlie Kirk was shot in the back of the head. And it exited through the front of his throat. All of the evidence points to Charlie being shot from his back right. Now, including this little blood splatter that we can see here against the white backdrop, the extreme hemorrhaging from the front of his neck, which again corresponds with an exit wound, the extreme loss of blood. No matter what the caliber is, that distance, that amount of meat is not enough for most bullets to expand. I mean, 99.9% of bullets will not expand in that short distance. Most of them require 12 to 14 to 16 inches even sometimes of tissue to expand properly. Also, Charlie tensing up correlates and proves that he was hit in his spine. It's a spinal injury. Any of the game that I've shot in the neck or in the high vitals where you impact the spine, the game usually drops right in its tracks because you sever the spinal cord. This is, again, exactly what we see with Charlie. He tenses up. His head movement also correlates with being shot in the back of the head. His head snaps forward, and then he tenses up, and you see him fade away, drop the mic. Now, I wanted to be sure, and I wanted to make sure that wasn't like doctored footage. So I went to one of the original videos that I saw posted the day of Charlie's assassination. And right here I have a pause where you can see that splash that I'm talking about from the entry wound. And you can see it slowed down. This guy in this video is actually talking about the F in this on his shirt and the ring, some other stuff that really has nothing to do with it. People are arguing about body armor. You could see Charlie's, his nipples through his shirt, his chest, his breasts through his shirt, but you can see that he has no body armor on right here. Okay, this would all be one slick piece of plate. It's already been established there's no body armor, so this is actual proof right here. He slowed this video down perfect. You see the blood right here dripping out of his head from the entry wound, and the bullet is coming from here down through here. Okay, hit play, and there it goes. So again, I wanted to confirm the footage I had seen originally was not, in fact, doctored in any way. So you can see it here as well, a little piece down there, and it actually goes up a little bit off frame here from my screen recording. So you can see clearly entry, exit, then, of course, the part we can't show here on YouTube. So irrefutable evidence that he was shot in the back of the head. Clear as day to me. Now that may be a hard pill for a lot of you to swallow, and without doubt, the non-player characters who just buy into the narrative, as well as the thousands and hundreds of thousands of bots, will likely attack me in this video because I'm showing the truth. I'm going to ask for you guys to share this video so that this word gets out, so that more people can see the truth of what happened to Charlie Kirk. I want to take a look at this photo next. This guy's talking about this bush up here in the top left of this photo, and he zooms in on it, and he's stating that it does look suspicious. It does look suspicious. It looks like there is a person right here, and it looks like there is a rifle right here that person is holding, a hand here, a support hand sort of Very blurry image, but you can clearly make out that this is not just a bush. This is a human skin tone right here, and this correlates with a human head and hair and a rifle in the exact kind of crucifix shape of an AR-15 with an optic on it mounted up. So good on this dude for finding this photo and looking for, like he said, hours of going through photos and videos until he saw this. This would 100% line up with the actual shot that we've now proven was not taken from the front, was taken from the back side of Charlie. This would line up exactly with that bullet trajectory and the entry and exit wound that we exhibited, that we saw here on camera.
We have the sound in all of the recorded videos from people's cell phones that we could analyze. And we have frames in those videos, hopefully showing what happened. And the internet nerds have been doing deep analysis of these videos. This is what's called a crack bang analysis, and we'll explain that in just a second. But basically, when you analyze the audio of a gunshot, there's two signatures that have a distinct difference in speed that you can measure the distance away from the shot that you are. You can't pinpoint exactly where the shot's coming from, but you can tell about how far away the shot is from you when it was fired. And so if you have 3 points where you have video of a shot, then you can triangulate wherever all 3 of those range circles intersect. That's probably where your shooter is located. And 7 crack bang analyses seem to be lining up with over here on Charlie's right, which we will look at in just a second. Now, this person has yet to make a video explaining their specific crack bang analyses and how they made these calculations, and I am not going to pretend to be some expert at crack bang. Not my field of expertise at all. This is speculative at this point. This is not proven fact. But it is highly indicative that it's not lining up to the rooftop at all, right? And I'm looking forward to other experts double checking this person's work. I'm sure that everyone that's looking at this stuff has already seen this guy's work. So just really briefly, how crack bang works. When a round is fired that goes more than the speed of sound, there is a crack initial signature that travels faster than the bang that follows, which is the actual. And I don't understand all the physics of it, but you can look it up, you can get educated for yourself, and there's 2 signatures, and the distance between those 2 sound signatures can give you an estimate of how far away from the gunshot your camera was, okay? He's got some of his calculations here that I'm not going to try to pretend to be an expert at. So, this is a photo of the crowd during the event over in the direction that that crack bang analysis would seem to indicate. It would be indicating something like this balcony or something like this rooftop. And listen, let's not put too much stock in this little bloop up there, but there is a bloop. That being said, there's all kinds of stuff going on over here.